Hi, this is Bert Larson again. Now I'm at my house at 1502 Waterford Drive, Zionsville, Indiana, and I'm telling you about taking medicine, prescription medicine. And I have to say I'm sorry to the doctors and people that have been helping me. And when I have to say that doctors and medicine have helped me and my family extremely, and I shouldn't say anything bad about them, and I did. So I want to say that they're not really trying to keep things from you. They're trying to help you. And um, in fact, both of my kids were preemies. They were born 2 months early, each one of them. And in the past, like when uh, President Kennedy's kids were born, they were about that little. My kids were 3.5 pounds, and the Kennedy's baby died. They couldn't save the baby, and now my kids are in the NICU for a month and a half, and they both got well. They're really healthy now. They didn't really have any problems, and without the doctors there and the nurses, they would not have lived, I don't think. So that was really good of them, and so I can't say anything bad about the medical system at all. Plus, I take psych medicine. I've always kind of not wanted to do that, but there were some really positive things that came out of that, and I'm really glad I did take them. So I shouldn't say anything bad. And I, as a psych patient, you don't want to go through the side effects. You don't want to feel like you're being told you're mentally ill. And yet, I do have a lot of signs of schizoaffective disorder. That's what I've been diagnosed with. And, I have these big ideas, kind of grandiose, and think I can do all these things. And I don't think it's impossible to do them. I think I will do them, but I kind of run over people sometimes and say, well, you should just believe this or know this, or you shouldn't be worried about anything, because I'm not worried about anything. And, it's kind of mentally ill. And anyway, and also, these psych medicines that I took Navain when I first got ill in 2000, when I was 19. I was born in 1972, so whatever that was. And, I got a little paranoid, and I was just not really doing anything all day. I was in Japan. I didn't really have a job, or I wasn't going to school, so I didn't have anything to do. And I just kind of did stupid stuff, like use pornography, and eventually got a little mentally ill and started on some medicine. And then we got home to America, and I was doing really well. I got off my medicine, but I kind of went off cold turkey. And then I think I had some side effects from the withdrawals, and ended up getting in trouble with that. I went to neighbors and told them I might kill someone, and they called the police, and then they said I had to be on psych medicine. So I started on Navain and Artane, which are old drugs, and wasn't able to do well in school anymore. I was getting A's and B's in calculus and physics, and I went to getting failing the same calculus class I took before, and was getting an A in 4 times in a row. So I felt really bad. I felt like I wasn't like this good student anymore, this good person almost. I just was really depressed. And so I didn't, I just thought I was mentally ill then. I didn't realize it was the medicine. But I finally got on Zyprexa, and I was able to do better in school. I think what happened was the dopamine inhibiting properties of Navain really strong, made it so I could absorb information I was studying, but I wasn't able to reproduce it on the tests. I mean, I was doing really poorly in the tests. But when I got off Navain and started on Zyprexa, a better drug, a newer drug, still a dopamine inhibitor, I started doing a lot better. I got A's in those classes. I mean, I was doing really well in those classes. I got a B plus in calculus, but that was just on messing up on one test. But I was doing really well, and then I still had trouble, though. I failed quantum mechanics twice before I passed it, but I did better. And so, and also, I think it was good for me not to be in academia so soon. Like, if I would have graduated on time and got a PhD, then, I would have been kind of pressured by academia to do certain things. And as it was, I was able to kind of think on my own, be a free spirit. And I just thought about physics on my own, came up with some of my own ideas, and I now have ideas about quantum mechanics and relativity and gravity and all this stuff. And I think they're really good ideas. I'm gonna have to prove it, to my professors and stuff. But probably make YouTube videos about them. I don't really want to publish papers. It costs a lot of money, and I don't think people read them as much as watch YouTube videos. But and I can explain it to most people so that you can get it. But just simple ideas, but I think they're profound. So anyway, I'm glad I took that medicine. So I shouldn't say anything bad about the medical system. I think it really has helped me a lot. I believe in herbal medicine too, but it's kind of a different thing. Like, herbal medicine kind of gets you well, I think, a lot easier without the side effects. But I think that our church, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, we recommend people go to the doctor or get a blessing, and both those things take more faith. With the blessing, you have faith in God, and I've been healed that way before. And then also with medicine, prescription medicine, you have to have faith because it has side effects, and you have to, have faith that God's going to take care of you and not have you suffer from those as much. And also, if it works, you must have had faith in the medical system more in God, because, it's just they don't always work as well, I don't think, as herbal medicine. But anyway, I'm glad I took those medicines. Without it, I probably wouldn't be nearly as smart as I am today, or as good at physics or anything, and my life would have been very different. So I'm really glad I took them. And coming off a dopamine inhibitor, you're actually smarter. You have more receptors for dopamine, or however that works, and then your brain accepts more information. You're able to think about more things faster. That's what happened to me, and I was able to think about relativity. Twice I got off Zyprexa, and I thought about relativity in a really deep way, and that's why I have my theory about relativity, and that's my best theory. So anyway, I just want to say I'm sorry to the medical people and the doctors that saved my kids' lives. I have to be really thankful for them. So anyway, I'll probably send this to my Eli Lilly people I'm applying with, and they can see that I'm grateful. And anyway, thank you. Bye-bye.